Beautiful. Listen, I have a message for you. There are people in this world who, from your perspective, because you're in a healthier place and because your brain is in a healthier place, are living really dysfunctional lives. Some of them keep secrets from you. You don't know half the stuff they're doing. It's dysfunctional, it's toxic, it's perverted, it's messed up, but it's normal for them. What do you do with this? Especially when it's family. What do you do when you can see your family are in toxic relationships, have toxic behavioral patterns? Their brains are programmed, they're deeply indoctrinated, and they make a lot of unhealthy behavior and tendencies. Okay, it's normalized for them. What do? We all want our loved ones to be happy. Well, you don't do what they do because they're going to project their sense of normalcy onto you and say, they're going to decide in their minds that the way you live your life is not healthy. That your behavior and your choices are a sign of your dysfunction and disease. This happens when you distance yourself from toxic family members. You're the one that's toxic and unhealthy to them. And they project their vision of what is healthy onto you. They decide then that you can't be happy, you can't be healthy because you don't see the world the way they do. You don't believe what they do. You don't believe in the religions and the practices and the behaviors that they've normalized. So something must be wrong with you. You're lost. Don't make the same mistake. It's normal for them. You're suffering because you can see how much better it could be for them. But your better might not feel better to them. So respect that. That's a choice they're making. No matter how messed up and toxic and painful it looks to you, you're looking at it from the outside. It's like these people who want to take individuals off of the street, put them into a clean home, give them a shower, give them a job, and expect them to lap it up and run with it. They don't. And then you're like, well, I gave them a chance. Why didn't they appreciate it? And it's hard for you to understand. You live in a different reality. For them, that is normal. What you want for them is not what they want. And this is the hardest thing to accept. When you've got family members with substance abuse issues and addictions, because from where you're looking, because from where you stand, their life is a hell. And it could be so much better. It's such a waste. You're in constant suffering because you stand in that position where you're comparing what they choose with what they could have. They're not doing that. They're fully embrace their choices. They fully embrace their reality as normal. And you're just being judgmental and you just don't get it and you just don't understand. So trying to figure out, to imagine why some people do the things they do from your brain or your perspective does cause a lot of suffering because it'll never make sense to you. You have to accept that what looks like dysfunction to you is normal, and it's normal for them. And you have to accept that. And sometimes that means that I need to stop trying to fix this for them. I need to stop trying to bring them to a place where they can be a part of my world or I can be a part of theirs. We're in different places. What is good for me, what I value and what they value is very different. Whether it makes sense to me or not. And I just need to be okay with them being in their mess because it's only a mess from where I stand. From where they stand, it's life, it's normal. this is going to save you from a lot of stress, emotional and psychological turmoil, burnout, and exhaustion. When we try and force people into our spaces, into our boxes, because we think it's better, we are not respecting and honoring their free will and who they choose to be. I know it's not it sometimes seems easier said than done, but it's the only way that we can have harmony. There are spaces, I grew up in spaces where people just agreed with certain things, and just because you have a status or because you're a pastor, everything you say is right, and I can sit there and I can hear you talking absolute rubbish. Or just because you're the boss, everything you say you must know because you're running a company. And I don't just swallow, I don't just take in, I don't just drink the Kool-Aid. Do you understand? I value having a free mind, having an open mind, thinking for myself, in processing and measuring whether or not things fit. There are people in your life that are only here to remind you what it looks like when you compromise, when you don't have when you choose the easy way. When you choose the easy way, that's how it looks. Their behavior is not going to change because they're here to serve you as a reminder of what happens when you do what they do. When you're not willing to heal, when you don't have the courage to be honest with yourself and to hold yourself accountable, when you choose to normalize your trauma and the dysfunction, because if you don't, then you're going to have the courage to walk away and start over on your own, and that just seems like hard work for you. Some people are here only to serve that purpose, and to mirror that to you so that you don't dishonor your mission and why you came here and what you value. Choose peace. Choose peace. Let them. Just let them. The only thing that matters in your world is what you do. What everybody else does only affects their reality. Unless you make their reality your business, you see. So choose peace and let them.